Well, I'm here with Michael Waring, 17 years, the golf course superintendent at Royal Canberra. And Michael, I think this summer's probably been one of the most demanding in all of those 17 years.
Yeah, with this Open coming up, it has really tested our temper and spirits, and we've gone a little bit stressful at different times, but I think we've got through it pretty well so far.
Well, the reason for that stress is because of the incredible hot spell you've had throughout the course of the summer, and that was followed by a storm around Australia Day. So it's been a combination of two extreme weather situations.
Yeah, before Christmas we were in terrific shape. Never had a blade of grass out of place. We were really happy with the way things were going, and then January started and the temperatures just got hotter and hotter, and with the cool season golf course, we start getting 40 degrees and 38s and 40s and 41s day after day. It really knocked us around. So yeah, and then we started to cool down, and we got a couple of big storms. So then it took us 3 weeks to get the bunkers back into play after the storms. So yeah, so we've had quite a good mix of weather leading up to this.
Well, it's not only the cool season grasses you have on the greens here, the Bants, but it's also the Poana and the fairways, and there's been an issue with that because you've really had to go about a fairly quick job to try and get the fairways back in shape. But by all accounts, you've done a very good job in that regard.
Yeah, we've got a lot of big pine trees around here. It's a cool season course with a lot of power in the fairways, heavy clay, so it's not a course where you can just pump your water on and it'll drain away. So one of the other bigger problems we had was that with all the heat of summer, we're pumping so much water that to keep the course alive, that we're getting wet spots, and these wet spots are creating more problems because you've got to dry them out before play, but in drying them out you've got to try and keep everything else alive. So we really had the course on the very wetter side this summer, and we've only sort of been drying it over the last 2 weeks. So that's been the sort of project for the last 2 weeks, is keep trying to get some seed back into the weaker areas, and also dry the place out in the wetter areas. So yeah, it's been fun.
Well, in those 17 years, you've seen a couple of other tournaments here. The Tour Championship was here back in the late 90s, a PGA Tour of Australasia event, and you've had an ALPG event over the last couple of years. But I'd imagine that this is probably the tournament that you're peaking for, and hopefully your team are peaking for.
Yeah. Look, in the early days here, we had the Tour Championship for 3 years, and that was really good, and televised event and everything, so that went very well. Then the last 3 years we've had the Actu AGL Royal Canberra Classic with a lot of the top girls here as well, and that was a good learning curve for some of the younger guys. And then this one now is the pinnacle, I think, for not only my staff but for the club as well. So yeah, I think it's been a good learning curve for everyone, and the boys have been really looking forward to it and quite excited. Yeah, the greens are probably as good as we could have got them. They really are fantastic at the moment. So we can monitor them. We've got good grass on them, so we can monitor them and monitor our speeds, and really give the players and the tournament director what he wants. So that's where it's at the moment. Yeah,
I think you've done an outstanding job. There's been some talk about a master plan being put in place beyond this tournament, and maybe some major changes done to the golf course, perhaps staggered over the next few years. Where are you at with that at the moment?
Yeah, Clayton Ogilvy are doing a master plan at the moment, and we've got paperwork and first submission plans back from them, and it's with the board at the moment, and then they'll take the process through now to take that to the members, and an actual starting date hasn't been set yet, but definitely they're definitely well into the planning process.